Welcome, everybody, to Sanity Lost, the podcast where we do things in a town that probably only a couple people heard of unless they're weird into Silent Hill or read stuff. Cool. Centralia, Pennsylvania, the place where people don't live anymore. And paint on the roads. And last week, daylight savings really kicked my butt.
You're not alone.
I actually
in
bounced
that.
back faster than I expected. Usually this one takes me like a whole month to recover from. I think it was just like half a week. But can we please stop doing this? Can we just
Right.
stop?
I know. It's like we're so close. Like the
Let's just do
government's
it.
ready to pull the trigger.
Rip
Just
off the
make it
Band-Aid. Come
happen.
on. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I think Nite's already heard about this because I mentioned it on stream. But yeah, no, I last Sunday, my body was like, no, it's still the same hours, and I'm like, I understand why you think that, but you're wrong. Go to bed. No, and then it like hit 2 a.m. and it's like, okay, bedtime. I was like, listen here. And then so there was that. Ooh. And then what else happened? And then so pretty much I woke up, which would have been the normal time for me to go to work, but it was 7:30. So and I'm like, well, this is a humdinger.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, Tuesday, I go out to go to work, and yeah, tires completely flat.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Good thing I had a plug kit.
I think I might have just given up and gone back inside and just been like, you know what? I can't make it
Done
today.
for the day.
I need to go back to bed and my tire's flat and
The problem is I need that cash money.
yeah, I know.
So
I
yeah,
know. Yeah.
but yeah, that was fun. And then the week sort of got better, but it is what it is.
Yeah, this has been a whole
Yeah.
week of my brain saying, "Oh no, it's not time to go to sleep yet." At 1 a.m.
It's the mornings for me because I get up early. So when I wake up at 6 and then daylight savings happens, then it's 5. And that is death.
I did
Feels like death.
Sunday morning. I did feel like I slept in considerably later than I usually do. Usually I get up around 8 or so on the weekends, and I looked at my phone and it's 9:30. It's like, wait, what? I didn't feel like I slept that late.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok this morning that made me laugh where this person's like, I'm from Japan and I'm here in America. We don't have daylight savings in Japan.
No one has daylight savings except for us. And then some
And the
states
UK.
have just given up on it. Does the UK do it too?
Yep, sure does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they're not synchronized
Yeah.
either.
Of course. Why?
So
Why
there's
would
about
we do that?
I think there's about a 2-week difference in the timing for daylight savings time between the U.S.
Can
and
you
the UK.
imagine? Can you
Oh,
imagine like doing daylight savings here and then traveling to the UK right around the time to have to do it all over again? Oh,
It messes with all of the recurring meetings too.
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
it
that,
does.
yeah.
Oh,
So I'll look at recurring meeting. It's like, why is that at this time? That's not normally the time it's supposed to be. That's like, oh,
It
right.
is now.
Daylight savings time
Yeah.
mismatch.
ugh.
I'm going to plan one of these games to happen, like, in universe, around daylight savings, and, like, not tell you guys.
And then
be
we're all
like,
gonna lose sanity because we haven't slept and we can't think or make choices.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like right around March or something, and then it's like you guys are all gonna have meetings at like 9 a.m. and then it's gonna be like
Oversleep, and the
you guys
world
missed all
burns.
your meetings at like 10, and they're at 10, and it's just like you wake up and there's just everyone is clowns now.
Yeah, everyone's dead because we missed our important meetings because of daylight savings time. When did daylight savings time happen? Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. How long has that been going on?
Too long.
When
Stinking
was
farmers.
daylight savings invented? 1918.
Yep,
Yeah, that was like
it's,
last week.
Get rid of it. Get rid of time zones while we're at
Yeah.
it. Just,
Also around the time when everyone was dying from the last giant pandemic.
Oh, so look, it was a sign. Why'd you start this? Well, now we have another one.
I know,
Let's
now
get
we
rid
can
of
stop it. Wow, that sun is bad. There we go. Just have to sit like this.
Do you have the shade course?
I do have the shade.
Yeah,
closed.
do you know there's these things called shades that you could get? Like, that really help with the sun.
I do. I have them. They're just apparently not doing a good job. At least I have them. I'm not
Listen
sticking
here,
cardboard
this is not
in my
about
window.
me. This is not about me right now. I'm not the one currently looking as the sun slowly creeps closer to
Just
my...
a ticking time bomb for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're ready for
So-
Two-Face.
My favorite. No one, if you've only ever listened to this podcast, you have no idea what we're talking about. So go back a few
Yeah.
episodes and watch the YouTube.
Yeah, and if you have just been listening, cool. Thanks. I know one of them is me. So that's how I could remember what the heck was happening between chapter 1 and 2. There was literal. It's funny because you guys as players will know when I've been listening to the episodes, because I'll just send you messages like, "Hey, you know this person you're supposed to like go out on a date with? Did that ever happen?" That was a question that I sent Nite. And he had, I'm like,
Now I want to know if the answer. I want to know the answer.
Well, it was the Thanksgiving dinner.
No, I know. Did it happen?
Yeah, they came over for Thanksgiving dinner because, Mom
and
invited
then
them.
he killed her.
Wow.
We have lots of romance to play out this season, so get ready. Get ready, people. Dave
yeah.
is going to be playing lots of romantic partners, which I'm very excited to see how that goes.
I'm going to be confused at the end of it.
Particularly
What
since
am
one
I?
of them is a man and one of them is a woman, so it should be really fun.
And then I'm just going to make them break up with both of you guys, and then I'm going to make them get together, and I can practice self-love. And on that note, let's play the music. Hey, stuff is happening. We pretty much are in Centralia as we hear sirens and the rev of engines going down the street as Caleb is we kind of just hear them fading as we hear Caleb getting out of his work truck in front of the Richmond General Store to where he hears laughter and nothing broken. Nothing has ever broken in this store. But it sounds like there is some form of laughter and cheer. And you open up as you walk in you see, well, Cora has +1 child in there, which you recognize as George from the Kelly, George Kelly. And yeah. You see maybe a distraught Cora? I don't know. I'll let Cora paint her own facial emotion portrait, but yeah, you're in there right now. Just I don't know, seeing kids holding apples. That's all this store sells is apples.
Children's diets a little bit here.
They won't have skirts.
I just imagine Timmy running up. I've got an apple with an apple on a knife.
No. Okay, we'll give them something else to play with. They're playing with some beans, and I don't know. Weird.
Maybe they have little
picture.
like cap guns that they're like playing around with, or stuffed animals or whatever.
And Timmy has a knife somehow. But anyway,
I'm sure
moving
he does.
forward, you just hear. Yeah, they're playing with child-appropriate toys. Maybe. Who knows? We're not those characters. Maybe if we have a flashback, we'll see what Timmy actually was playing with.
Child appropriate
It's like
for
Colt
this
45.
weird group of friends.
Yeah, like as you walk up to Cora, you just hear, you hear like, and Timmy's like, and that's where I hide my M16. I don't think M16s existed in the 40s. but Timmy's magical. He has a dimensional pocket. Cannon in his head. But anyway. Yeah.
I think Cora brought the pieces of the now I can't think of what it's actually called because you called it a beep boop machine or whatever you called it.
A beeper doodle.
A beeper doodle. The Morse code machine. She has the pieces of it on the front desk. So she's out of the back room. So she can keep an eye on the kids, trying to see if she can put it together. So Caleb probably sees she's a little frustrated and all of these pieces just laying on the counter. Probably hearing the door open, she just looks up and acknowledges him.
Would that be something that Cora would even potentially let anyone else see at the outside of her office?
Well, yeah, because she would use it as part of the general store. She can send and receive messages for everyone else. I think that's how she makes it make sense that she has it, and especially with people at war and stuff. This is part of her business.
Okay, so it's not something that was
or the telegraph machine. That's
completely not seen.
Yeah, no.
Elizabeth is the one that read all the technology that actually happens in this world and said that she has notes to tell us what exists, so we don't have to look it up.
And
that's okay, we still haven't seen him.
I'm really good at my job over here.
So as Caleb's walking, it's whoa, what happened, Cora?
Oh, hi, Caleb. Well, we had a bit of an accident in the back room. Unfortunately, the telegraph machine got a little damaged in some tomfoolery going on. I don't know if I can fix this.
Well, let me take a look at it and see what I can do with it. And I see you got George here.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Kelly dropped him off before George doesn't know. Actually, I don't even know, but we can't really talk about it around them. But I'm gonna keep him with us until she gets back.
Yeah, it's there's some pretty nasty stuff happened, so
yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah,
she didn't go into details.
Yeah, I'm pretty sketchy on exactly what happened, but it sounds pretty rough. Yeah.
Are we talking normal mining stuff, or?
I don't know. One of the guys up there said that the guy that did it didn't seem like it was normal. For somebody at the mine to attack somebody, especially Buck like that, it's kind of crazy. I don't know.
It was one of the other miners. It wasn't a.
Apparently, I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but yeah, it seems like bad stuff happened there. I don't know what they saw or what they thought they were doing, but
yeah,
Buck is. I mean, he's tough, but he's fair. So I mean, everybody seems. I don't think anybody's ever really been uptight about Buck. So.
Yeah. No, that seems. Well, I feel like I need to get this fixed. If something's going on, I feel like we need to be able to contact other people. I need to be able to contact other people. Yeah, I mean, you're probably the more technical of both of us. You think you can put it back together?
Let's see. Is this electrical repair or mechanical repair? That being the question. Oh, we haven't rolled our luck yet.
I guess
Oh, yeah.
No one brought it up, so you lost it this time. Roll your luck while I look something up real quick. Mechanical.
What is
repair.
that?
That's not how you spell repair.
So I have both mechanical and electrical repair, so.
I'm seeing which one makes more sense.
I guess
Mechanical repair. This skill allows the investigator to repair a broken machine or create a new one. Basic carpentry, plumbing, and projects can be performed as well as constructing an item such as a pulley system. Repairing items such as the steam pump, special tools or parts may be required. The skill can be used to open common household locks, but nothing more advanced. The locksmith skill for more complex locks, when mechanical repair is a companion skill to electrical repair. Both may be necessary to fix complex devices such as a car or an aircraft. Whee!
A telegraph machine is definitely an aircraft, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
You started as a McDouble bopper, and now it's a flying M16.
Bopper? That's even different than what you said before. So many names. Okay. All right, go for it.
Well, what's all your luck? You guys got more luck?
I
You
got no
less
more
luck?
luck. Nope, I got
I
less
rolled,
luck. I got no luck.
I rolled 43 over 31 and got 2 luck from it.
I rolled a 9 under 77, so.
Yeah, I got 46 under 50.
Well, at least I get a little bit out of it. All right, so Caleb's taking a look at this machine. I mean, it was in the office, so I mean, it took a bit of a fall. So he's gonna like appraise the parts and attempt to repair this thing with some electrical repair. And
How about some operate heavy machinery?
I mean, how heavy is this machine?
I smooshed it with a crane. We're all in a mood. Okay, go ahead.
Smooshed it with a crane. 10 under 50.
The McDouble bopper got smooshed.
Ooh.
10 over 50?
Under.
Right, yeah,
That's
so...
under.
Oh, yeah. I know. I said the same. I understood what was said. It just what came out of mouth wasn't. Yeah, so you're able to like kind of piece this thing back together, and you realize it looks like the electronics in it are still kind of together, but pretty much some of the casing that kind of just held it together is kind of what is broken apart. So if you feel like if you get like pretty much like some sort of like glue or kind of sealer cement. I don't know what exists at that point, but it's like pretty much you would just need like either like some form of glue or something of the sort to kind of put things back together. If you can get that, it will just kind of snap back into place. But it's not like you need something a little bit stronger than your like over-the-counter Elmer's glue.
Yeah, so like a cement or something.
Yeah, which
I would have in the store.
Okay, yeah,
I mean, if not at the store, then it's not like I don't have a shop right out of mine that I can get anything more heavy duty.
Well,
from.
actually, how about this? Let's just do a straight luck roll and see if it is in the store.
Okay. All right.
54
I rolled
over...
like just
Not you. It's not your store.
Wow.
It's definitely up at the like in one of your workshops, but if it's here.
Oh, okay.
Let's
all
find out.
right.
Yeah.
So I got a 76 under 77. So it's
Yeah,
here,
no.
but we have to find it. We have to look.
No, and it's getting late. You guys are getting hungry, so like.
Cora's like digging around. Timmy, did you use the glue last?
I ate it.
Be serious.
That's what I always tell her.
Timmy, where did you put it? Where did you put the glue?
And then you have a flashback of him experimenting with glue and a window.
Oh, that's right. He glued the window shut. That means I put it somewhere. Okay.
I was keeping the tall man out.
What? Okay, we will deal with that later. Where did I put
like
that glue?
he told you this story, and it's just like normal Timmy nonsense. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you're just like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Until my child is being stalked by a murderer.
By Theodore.
Theodore, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You don't know anything about Theodore, except he's a well-dressed gentleman that sounds Hello.
I know
Well, he was
Theodore
tall.
is
He was tall.
creepy
At least
AF.
I kind of envisioned him as being a tall, gangly.
Lanky, like, yeah, I
person.
was gonna say like
Slender man
squiggly
ripoff.
man. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so the question, the question is, do I actually find it, or is it one of those things where
No,
like
it's
Okay.
it's like it's either so varied, like with that, it's
Okay, so then I say
Yeah,
to
like,
Caleb,
you're-
like, well, okay, so I'll look for this tomorrow when I get back in. Can you show me how to glue it together, and then I'll do it tomorrow morning?
Yeah, and I mean, I think we can get it at least enough where it's still. I mean, it won't be. We don't want to like move it around, but at least it'll be functional until we can get it all put back in its case properly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to be able to connect and communicate with as many people as we can. We have the phone, but, you know, sometimes that goes out, and this seems to be the most reliable way to get in touch with people.
Yeah, especially with you know what happened with Buck, and I mean,
Yeah.
there's also when I was over at the sheriff's this morning, and there's this weird military guy that showed up in town too. So
What?
yeah,
What is
I
he
don't know
here
what
for?
I don't know what he's here for, but he seemed to have a meeting with the sheriff as I was leaving. So I only got a brief look at him.
I don't like this. I don't like
Yeah,
it. I don't like
yeah,
when
just,
this all starts happening.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either, but I don't know. Hopefully, we can figure out what happened with Buck, and it's not too bad, and we can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just keep our secret as much as we can.
Well, especially with someone new. You know how I feel about new people in town.
Yeah, well, the last new person that came around wasn't a blast either.
I know.
Well, I guess not the last, but one of the last that came by.
Yeah.
I think one of the newest people to come to town is
I mean,
whatever his name is.
Ashley.
I was more
Ashley,
thinking of
yeah.
Uncle Buster, but
I know you were thinking about
I know
Uncle
you
Buster.
were, but it was like canonically that
That was the last
in the history
new person.
there has been many people have come and gone.
Yeah.
We can say something, yeah, like Jimmer from the first ever American game. The old man that just spouted off random knowledge. he just came in and was like, "Let me tell you about a world," and you're just like, "Okay, old man, get out of here." The elements for the traveler.
All right.
Howdy,
Well,
old man.
Caleb, you want to do dinner at your house or mine tonight? What would be easier with all these kids?
I mean, if you want to take care of them a bit longer, I can go make some dinner for us, and you can just bring them over to my place.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep him here for like half an hour. We'll head on over.
That'd be about right.
Okay. See you then.
Sounds good.
All right, and from there, like we kind of shift our scene as we hear like kind of the low murmur and bustle of tired miners as plates and clink and like kind of just I don't have 1940s music, but just imagine 1940s music playing in between kind of reports of what is happening overseas in World War II as Skip is let in, I believe, by Sheriff Hudson. Was it Sheriff Hudson or was it somebody else? No, Sheriff Hudson left. You were
I was
brought there.
You're with.
Well, no. Actually, hold on. When you skipped over, Dave, that when Skip pulled up to the Hudsons, Carl Giuseppe got out to talk to him.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
where
that's
we
right.
ended. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Right.
So Carl Giuseppe is kind of like just has his hand on the back of Skip and just like, now let's go get some food, oh boy, and let me hear about your tales of glory, soldier man. And he like
Skip
squeezes into a booth as like he's like gesturing like, sit down, my friend.
Skip kind of slides into the booth with like a not unhidden sort of disgusted look for the mayor. Like he clearly does not think very much of him. And but still kind of politely says like, I'm sorry, sir, all of my activity is highly classified. Not anything that we can share with the general civilians. I'm sure you understand.
Have you ever had a rhubarb pie?
Of course. Who hasn't had a rhubarb pie?
Weirdos. And then he looks over and he's like, Mora, give us 2 pies over here. And she's like, okay, yeah, whatever. You gonna pay this time? And he like ignores her and goes back and is like, but don't worry, we all have our secrets in this town. And well, not just town, in lives. So you can level with me. That I don't think they said that back in the 1940s. But you can
we'll make it work.
It is funny reading like literature from like I read a book that was written in like the 80s, and there was like just so much like lingo that I'm like, we still kind of use that today. But it's just slightly different, or it's just I still use that lingo today.
Yeah.
But any poops. Well, that wasn't one of the lingo. He's like, there's always secrets hidden around here, but hey, maybe we can help each other. If you give me a little bit of something, maybe we can find out what you're looking for, and we can smooth this all over.
Skip then kind of, knowing he's the mayor, figures that he can leverage that to kind of assist with the reason he's there. So he begins to kind of explain his purpose for being there. Essentially saying, talking about that the military has need for resources. He's there to investigate the mine. And the government is very interested in the resources available there, and et cetera, kind of talking up the importance of everybody's need to do their part, and how this could be a real boon for the town, and give them kind of like a high profile in the military sector, and kind of talking those aspects up to the mayor.
Yeah, and he is like, while you're talking, pretty much these 2 pies are brought over, and like he's one of those people that like as he eats he's like out of breath. And he's just like,
like sweating as he's eating.
Yeah, he like, remember, he is like
Gross.
Constantly sweating.
So gross.
He's quite old at this moment, and just like he's just like the most disgusting eating, as like he's just like, oh, you're just checking out our facilities to see if there's we're keeping everything up to snuff, huh?
You could say that. And while he's talking, Skip is very pointedly not eating the pie.
The pie does look good. Like,
I'm sure it looks good. He's not interested in eating it.
Oh yeah.
So he is.
Oh, like,
he's.
Yeah. So
He's politely keeping it in front of him, sort of like holding the fork, but like not actually eating it in the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Like, while he's like, and like, so Carl's just like, trust me, you can tell me anything, and then you kind of hear over this like, now, Mayor Giuseppe, you bothering this fine young man? As pretty much this older looking gentleman comes in, who has a kind smile on his face. I'm opening up the thing to remember what he looks like. Well, not looks like, but if there's any description. But yeah, he just a quick scan of him, like he just looks like this kind old man. And he comes over and he's like, hello, sir. Dean Hudson here. Just the mayor gets a little bit excited around food, but welcome to the Cthulhu.
Skip kind of stands up and gives like a very like rigid, formal handshake.
And like he shakes back. He's like, "Oh, relax. And we get all types. Like, look, I know not everyone wants pie right now. Are you hungry? We can get you something else."
No, I'm doing fine. Just having a conversation here with the mayor. Given I'm here on official military business, just evaluating the mine and looking at the resource potential there and how this town may help our fine military in the fight overseas. And so looking for anybody that's willing to assist and help with that project, and so that we can get things moving as quickly as possible.
And like, you can see out of the corner of your eye, Carl's eating that second pie. I was just like, and he's like, huh? And so Dean's just like, hey, well, I think I'm trying to remember. It was the deputy that brought you over, right?
It was Daddy Winters that brought him back from the mine.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that's right.
Because
that's right.
The sheriff had left without taking him back.
Right. And asked if I needed a ride.
Okay. Yeah, and so pretty much like, oh, yeah, I was told you might need a place to stay.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking for just kind of a simple room here, in the center of town, where I can kind of have quick access to the mine and anybody of importance. So not anything fancy. Just need a room and a bed.
All right. Yeah. No, we just had one clear out. It's pretty much like it's kind of like our in-law suite. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It's a spare bedroom in our house. If you're okay with that. It used to be our daughter's, but she's old enough to have her own place now, and so we kind of just have that room open for anyone who needs it. So if you're okay sharing a house with me and my wife, you can have it while you're here.
So Skip looks a little hesitant and is like, it's a little irregular for a military stay, but I understand that there's probably not a lot of options in a small town, so I think that would be acceptable.
Yeah, it's we have houses that are for sale for the miners, but it's not much for rentals. There's a few motels, but they're kind of like on the outskirts. If you want to bring those complaints up, you can bring it to him, bring it to our glorious mayor over here, and he's just like licking, like he's holding like both pans, just like just licking like all the juices, the pie juices.
Skip just kind of again like sort of like disdainfully glances from the mayor and back and says, I think I'm okay.
And then he's like, yeah, no, I understand. Hold on, let me try something here real quick. And Dean kind of knocks on the table at Carl, and he's just like, hey Carl, it'd be really helpful if pretty much if you were able to give this military man maybe one of the spare cop vehicles that are lying around, so that way he can get from point A to point B pretty quickly. I think that would go pretty well, knowing that you're trying to help the American military and stuff, especially around election season. He's like, yeah, yes, yeah. I think we have a spare vehicle somewhere.
Didn't Skip have a vehicle that he drove into town?
Did he? I don't remember.
I don't
No.
remember if I drove into town or
He did, but I thought he was dropped off.
maybe. We can make that be the thing.
Or roll what?
I was gonna say roll luck, but
Do you have a car already or not?
yeah, we can see who's dropped. It would make sense if you had a vehicle. It was just that you were driven everywhere else.
I was gonna
I
say,
know.
I feel like I was.
So what happened
could-
was with the when he met with the mayor was going to go out to the mines to check out the mines and offer to take Skip with her up to the mines to just for that little bit of a tour and
mayor.
meeting, or not mayor, the Sheriff Hudson.
So the way I had kind of envisioned it is like Skip isn't one to drive himself around. He like has people drive him. So like
He's too pretty for that.
yeah, so like I could see very much that he would have had like a driver bring him to the town and then drop him off. And so
It could have been like a taxi.
he would take a
Yeah.
kind of, or like official, military, driving
Yeah.
service. I don't know. But so like he would be interested in a car, but he also is going to want a driver. So he's going to want somebody to drive him around the town. So we can, but so basically, like Skip will, Skip speaks up and says, a car would be perfect. I certainly need some autonomy and ability to move around the town. The only thing I request is I would need somebody to drive me around, somebody that knows the town a little bit better. So that I would request that along with the use of the car.
Yeah. We can figure that out. If you're staying with the Hudsons, we'll have whoever's driving you there pick you up tomorrow.
All right, perfect. What time will that be?
What are you planning on moving around?
Skip, is on military time, so, very early. So he's like, I'll be up at 6 a.m. What time does the mine open?
And like Dean kind of, people normally are heading in at like kind of getting up at 6. It normally opens around 7. So,
All right, that is perfect then. So I'll be up. You can send the driver over. I'd like to be over there as soon as the mine is open.
Yes. We can do that. Okay. There are noises outside my apartment. No, we can definitely do that.
And
Yeah.
Skip kind of, just nods and says, "Great. I really appreciate your cooperation and partnership in all of this."
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. If you find anything, just remember that old Call of Cthulhu. No, he's here to help the American way.
And Skip gives him a kind of patronizing smile, and it's just like, "Oh, absolutely, of course. You'll be the first person to know."
That's right.
And by which he means he is not going to tell the mayor anything.
Some may say that's what always happens. Hey, and so,
So
yeah, so okay.
yeah, so Skip's gonna look at Dean and say, "Mr. Hudson, I think I would like to turn in for the night. Would you be able to take me and to your house and show me this room so I can get settled? And I'd like to turn in early."
Yeah. Let me just let my wife know that I'm just gonna slip out and in real quick, and we'll go from there. And you kind of see her go and talk with a Hispanic-looking woman, and just kind of does that, and she's like very stern-looking, just like kind of nods, and Dean flashes a smile as he's like kind of comes back over and he's like, "All right, if you want to jump in my truck, we'll take you right over there. We're only about a street or two over."
And Skip nods and just kind of gives a lead the way, and gestures for Dean to show him the way.
All right. So we shift back. Like we hear that, like kind of. I imagine like the camera like going through the kitchen as like we see the kitchen staff like cooking different like meals for the tired workers and stuff who been put in the long hours. Like long hours just because of the war and all that stuff, and we kind of focus on one as we're in Caleb's kitchen, as he's kind of whipping up some food. What are you making?
I was just thinking about that. We're having spaghetti tonight. Spaghetti and applesauce.
Are there
because,
meatballs?
of course,
Oh,
but
applesauce,
there's
of
all
course.
applesauce too. Because
Of course, there has to be.
that's the only thing
just
the general
all
store
accepted
sells.
It's become a joke among the adults. We try to give our kids apples as often as possible.
Well, it keeps the doctor away. And you hear a knock at your door.
Come in, it's open.
And the door opens and closes, and it's... Well, you don't hear, like, the yells and screams of a bunch of children.
Oh no.
Caleb kind of pokes his head out
Caleb's
of the
gonna
kitchen
learn a
like,
hard lesson about just inviting anybody into his house.
It's me, Dracula!
Caleb pokes his head out like, who's there?
It's me, Rose.
Oh,
we
hi,
were
Rose.
meeting tonight?
I totally forgot that you were coming over tonight. Yeah, I actually, Cora's coming over with the kids tonight too. So, yeah, but
oh,
come on in.
Okay.
There's
Well, I
there's
am.
plenty for everybody.
Do you need help with anything?
I'm just about done. They should be over here anytime, and make yourself comfortable.
And she like looks over and like the table is still kind of messy. She's like, I'll make some space on the table, and and just kind of just cleaning stuff off. It's funny. I know Elizabeth is writing notes, but like her camera's slightly shaking. I'm just imagining her giggling like, oh no, it's
Like furiously writing.
it doesn't bother me. I notice that like every once in a while when I'm editing the video, it's just like I'll see the camera like and it's like you're like bent over
Like
writing.
taking notes, yeah. Right, and Caleb does not know how to be in a relationship.
Well, he's like
And you're
50
surprised,
years
Hal?
old now. What is he, like upper 30 or not upper 30s, upper 20s
28,
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough. The only relationship he had was with a weird clown, and it killed one of his friends.
See, I had also, for some reason, thought that the dinner with Rose was like a flashback thing as well. So
It was, but I just imagined there was more because you never said there wasn't.
that is
Just
entirely
assumed that
fair.
you continued
I just-
this
I just was not
relationship.
expecting it there,
I thought it would make a fun story moment.
and it does. I just was not
I
expecting it.
forgot about you. Oh, and by the way, this other woman is coming over tonight instead.
Well, she would know who you are. Like, she's been in town long enough, and I don't think it's any secret that like you guys grew up with each other and seem to, even though like the town probably doesn't profess like what Uncle Buster's going on, everyone kind of has an understanding.
Yeah.
Rose was like would have been in the town when Uncle Buster was around and probably heard some of the rumors, probably didn't, because she was still new theoretically, and probably didn't really know Percy too much because Percy was like just sticking to the shadows, but so like she would have been in the store, and unless
Well, and she's also a teacher with all of the kids, so would
yeah,
know
she
that
is
the
a teacher.
kids are
Yeah,
friends.
that's true. She is a teacher. And
So it wouldn't be unusual for the kids to be together, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, so she's like kind of cleaning up the table and all that, and kind of helping set stuff up as like the door crashes open, and like Sarah runs in and just like, I'm trying to remember, did Sarah call you Dad? I'm like, trying to
at
figure
this
out what
point,
Sarah would call you.
probably, because
Okay.
Because canon, or at least what I have notes wise, she would have been adopted several years at this point.
Yeah. I don't know why in my head I'm just like, hello, Dad, too. But that's my humor. That's not a almost teenager. Oh, that might be an almost teenager joke, but she's like, hey, Dad, and then Timmy is like burst in with all his energy as well, and just like, and that's when and like sees Rose, and Rose is like crooks her eyebrow up and just like, oh, hello, Timmy. Miss Rose? Hi. Did you do your homework? And Cora walks in.
Hi, Rose. You joined us for dinner tonight?
Yeah, it's, I was, I guess, a mystery guest.
A mystery guest? And Cora, like, throws a side eye at Caleb because she knows that he probably
it's been a busy
himself.
It has been a really busy day, and well, things slipped my mind.
Well, I'm very glad that you're here. It has been a weird day. Did you hear everything going on?
Bits and pieces, and like George, like she sees George and she's just like, hey George, how you doing? My dad's in the hospital because all the adults said he was beaten. I rolled on that when you guys were talking. You guys were not saying you were quiet, and I rolled a 12. He heard it all.
Whoops.
Yeah. Okay, George, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but why don't we get some dinner first?
George, do you want a knife?
Timmy.
What?
Timmy, come here.
Hmm? No. Okay.
Jimmy's such a psycho.
I can just see all of at this point. Anytime Timmy is coming over, Caleb makes sure all of the knives are completely out of everywhere that Timmy can get.
Look, you guys are all being tough on Timmy, but once he's of age, like this is like when you see like that one kid that's just like, oh my gosh, you brat, stop touching all the sharp objects, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like season finale. Timmy's gonna be there with like 32 knives and just like Edward Scissorhanding, like
he's gonna save
Uncle
the whole
Buster.
town. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
gonna be
that's the
Cyborg
point,
Uncle
right?
Buster.
That's the point. Okay, so Cora
No,
calls.
Timmy's gonna die.
Wow, I'm gonna give him all the skills and you're still gonna kill him. All right, so Cora calls Timmy over and like pulls him away from the rest of the kids and like gets down on his level, and she's like, listen, Ben, George's dad is not doing well, and we haven't really gotten to talk about it with him, but my guess is he's scared and probably doesn't know what's going on, and he might just really need a friend tonight. And I don't want to be chasing you around trying to make sure no one else gets hurt. So, can you do me a favor? And, I don't know, just give George a nice night tonight.
Okay, but you told me when there was danger and you need to protect people and you feel scared, you gotta trust on your skills.
Yeah. But you know what? Sometimes we have other skills than just our knives,
No.
right? Yeah.
Oh.
Your words.
Apples?
Apples, actually. You can ask George if he wants an apple. He might want something else, but you could give him something, maybe one of your stuffed animals or your favorite blanket, something that would make him feel safe. Knives keep us safe, but there are other things that help us feel safe too. And I think he might need some of those things tonight.
Okay.
So can we make a deal? We'll put the knives away for tonight, because that's not the type of safe that he needs.
Okay.
Thanks, Ben.
And he goes over and he's like, George, what non-knife thing do you want to do? And
I'll take it. That's a win.
And so, but yeah, oops, I broke it. You guys at that moment all sit around the table. think that's what I'm going to name the episode. What non-knife thing do you want to do? Timmy is just the origin point for all the episode titles. Yeah, you guys sit around the table and begin eating and all that stuff, like going through there, as we just see kind of everyone take their seats, and it's just like kind of you see George kind of like relax a little bit and just begin to forget, well, not forget, but begins to like look more like a kid as he begins enjoying himself with Sarah and Timmy, to where we kind of hear, like, as we're kind of fading out, as the adults are sitting there chatting about whatever and the kids are being kids, we hear, "Mom, how am I supposed to cut spaghetti without a knife?" as we fade out. And we kind of,
Timmy, my spaghetti isn't that tough.
Horror shows Timmy how to slurp his spaghetti.
Oh, you're gonna regret that. But yeah, so like, yeah, that's like as we fade out, we just see like, oh, like the mayor. And as he just begins slurping, as we fade out and fade into Dean showing Skip this small room with like just a worn bed, like some single bed, a desk, and like just kind of a few odds and ends. It looks like there's some like pictures on the wall of like just people hunting or like fighting monsters and stuff, like definitely children's toys. He's like, yeah, this was Alexia's room, but as we said, she has her own place and you're welcome to it.
Skip, just sort of nods and it's like, I appreciate that. This is definitely going to be a big help.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said you were tired and I don't want to keep you up. As he he's like, if you need anything, just just either leave a note or just holler. We'll help you out.
And Skip, again, nods and says, I appreciate that, and then just kind of stands there staring at him, waiting for him to leave.
Mm-hmm. And he does, and we kind of fade out as we'll end this episode there.
All right.
Yeah, no one knows what to do because there's not a big like clippy at the end.
It means that our next episode is going to be wild.
Everybody goes to sleep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No cliffhanger.
You guys took away Knife Boy. Now he's Noodle Slurp Boy.
We have to develop him.
New habits, new skills.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the weirdest chef ever. All right, we'll see you guys all next week.
Bye.